Whew, alrighty. Oh man, it has been a day. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Now, this is not a first reaction video because I have seen this movie plenty of times, and I'm going to explain why we're talking about it in just a second. But first things first, I feel like I need to address the elephant in the room here. Tim, why are you wearing a Demon Slayer shirt and a My Hero Academia hat together? Well, for one thing, I've recently been watching Demon Slayer, and I've become quite a fan. I'm currently still on season 1, but I plan on getting that wrapped up and finishing that up and then moving on to the movie so I can get ready. So I've been really excited about Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer is not the topic of this video today. We're talking about My Hero Academia, which is why I'm wearing my UA hat, because it felt appropriate. And because I'm saving my Hero Academia shirts for the new movie. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The title is not wrong. Today, we are going to be talking about the very first My Hero Academia movie titled My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. Now, the reason why I decided to talk about this movie is that the third movie in the franchise is going to be hitting theaters for a limited time, which is titled My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. It's going to be in select theaters for a limited time, and I am very excited. I'm actually going to be seeing that. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm going to be seeing that movie this Friday, so you can definitely expect a first reaction video kind of late in the evening on that day for the new movie. And to kind of get myself ready and, to let you guys know, I figured now would be a good time to talk about the previous 2 movies. So that's why today we're going to be talking about the first one. Now, just to give you guys a quick little history lesson, because I can save this for another video altogether. My Hero Academia. I started watching the anime when I was, when was I? It was when I was a senior in college. So I actually started watching it literally right when the pandemic was about to hit. And I know it's something that people don't like talking about, but just to give a history lesson, right as when the pandemic was starting, I started watching season 1. And then after I graduated from college, then I really started watching all of My Hero Academia, and I fell in love with it. And it's definitely become one of my favorite anime series of all time, next to Sword Art Online and now Demon Slayer. And I did not read the manga. I know that the manga is where it all started, and it's very popular. But for me, I appreciate the manga, but at the same time, I prefer anime, in case you guys are wondering where I stand there. So one of the reasons why, before I really get into, there are going to be possible spoilers in this video. I feel like I should just let you guys know right now. That's why there's no spoilers in the title of the video, because there could be possible spoilers. But I do want to talk about why this movie is actually kind of important to me, and then getting into all the story stuff. But basically, I love My Hero Academia, and I have finished the most recent season, which is season 5. I thought it was really good. Eventually, maybe down the line, I'll talk about each separate season of My Hero Academia. But for right now, we're just going to stick to the first 2 movies, and then on Friday, I will give my first reaction to the new movie. So, My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. Now, a little bit of a story for this movie. Around the time where I really started getting into My Hero Academia, which was in the summer of 2020, getting into the fall of 2020, unfortunately, my grandfather had passed away in October, and 2 Heroes was actually the first movie that I actually watched since my grandfather had passed away. And this was the type of movie that I needed at the time, because when that happened, it was a very sad time. It was very depressing because I was really close to my grandfather. And this movie was exactly what I needed. This movie had a lot of heart, a lot of character, a lot of great characters going through certain things, because in a way, this movie, even though this is what the whole series is building up to, this movie is really kind of about passing the torch, which is going from the old generation to the new generation. But also, the movie is very, very funny. It has a lot of great action sequences, a lot of great character moments, but I laughed so much with this movie. And it was the first time that I laughed in a little while ever since my grandfather passed away. And this movie really helped me with that. That's why this one holds a very kind of special place in my heart. Even though I know for some people I think aren't really a fan of this movie. I could be wrong, but for me personally, this movie means a lot to me. So that's my little story about how much the movie means to me. So now let's kind of delve into what the movie's about. So in this movie, our main hero Deku and his friends from UA High School are traveling to Island. It's a floating island that is hosting some new technology for heroes to use. And for people who have superpowers in the My Hero Academia world, they're called quirks. So people are making special equipment to help people with quirks and whatnot. And Deku and his friends are there with the most popular hero in Japan and the whole world, All Might, played by the amazing Christopher Sabat, who, for those of you that don't know, plays Vegeta on Dragon Ball Z, and he plays a lot of other characters too, but just like is like the big one. And he also plays Piccolo too. So they're there with All Might, checking out some new exhibits, and then pretty much shit hits the fan, and All Might and a whole bunch of other pro heroes are taken hostage by a gang of villains, and now it's up to the kids of UA High School to save them. Now, I'm not going to go too big, even though I said there may be some spoilers. I don't want to go too big into the story because I want to try and keep these movie review videos to be relatively short. But like I said, this movie has a lot of great character moments, but also the comedy is just outstanding. I laughed a lot in this movie. There are a lot of great funny moments, but there's also a lot of great action sequences, especially when we get into the third act and the final fight with the big bad who is fighting up against All Might and Deku. It was a really great fight, and definitely going back to the whole thing about passing the torch, just a really great moment. I love that final fight. Everything about the movie was just great, and it was something that I needed at the time. Animation-wise, the quality is the same thing as the anime. There's not really an animation buff. But at the same time, you really don't need that for a movie like this, because the animation already in the show is already great. So I had no problems with what it was. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely great. And the one thing I guess I should stress about this movie and with other anime movies in general, sometimes the anime movies don't tend to be canon to the actual show. So if those of you who have maybe watched My Hero Academia, the show, but not seen the movies, if you're wondering, well, should you watch it if it's not connected? Here's the thing. I would like to think that it's connected. They just don't address it as much because they're actually I'm looking at my scenes right. In season 3, there's actually a filler episode in that season that ties directly into the movie. So I would personally like to think that it's canon, even though they really don't address that much. But if you guys are kind of wondering on when to watch this movie, watch the first 2 seasons of My Hero Academia, then watch the movie, and then go into season 3, if you want my personal opinion on that. But I would say regardless, even if it's not canon, I would like to think that maybe the movies are their own type of canon, if that makes any sense to you guys. Because again, there's another movie that we're going to talk about after this. Even though in that second movie they don't address anything in this one, I think that I would like to believe that they're in canon some way, even though they don't address it too much. And there are people that make wikis on the timing and when these movies take place to better understand when things take place and whatnot, and why they don't address it. So it's kind of up to you, but I would definitely say if you've never seen any of the movies and you want to start, obviously watch the first one, but it's not a waste of time to watch this movie or the other one that we'll talk about next time. They're really great movies, and which is why I'm giving My Hero Academia 2 Heroes an A+. I know you could probably tell why, because I'm just a fan, but that's just because for a movie like this, there's never a dull moment in this movie, because it's either followed up by great character moments, some great humor, and great action. And it's all, and the thing is with these movies is that these movies aren't really long. This movie actually, from looking at the back of it, how long is this movie? This movie's only 1 hour and 36 minutes. So these types of movies fly by really quick. So again, never really a dull moment. And again, it's something that I really enjoy because I love this anime series to death. And, you know, I was thoroughly entertained. And that's why I love this movie so much. And again, with the whole connections of when I watched this for the first time and what it did for me. So that's my review of My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. Now, tomorrow I will post a video talking about the second My Hero Academia movie, which is titled Heroes Rising. And then on Friday, probably late in the evening on Friday, I will have a first reaction video for the brand new movie, My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. I am so excited for that movie because it's actually going to be, I'm not counting Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie because I saw that when I was little, but this is going to be like my first, you know, anime movie on the big screen because I never really saw, I mean, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an anime and I did see Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie in theaters, but you know, now branching off into different territories, this is going to be my first time seeing a movie, an anime like this on the big screen. I'm just so excited. And also I'm kind of disappointed, you know, off tangent, but since I just got into Demon Slayer, I just missed the movie in theaters, so now I have to watch it on TV, which sucks, but part of me feels like there'll be another movie and I'll get to see it in theaters. But still. Regardless to say, I love anime, and My Hero Academia 2 Heroes is definitely something you should watch. If you're not a fan of the show, I really feel like you can probably still watch this if you've never watched the show, and you can still be caught up pretty well. I mean, the movie does a good job of like kind of catching you up with what the characters do and their history. But personally, watch the first 2 seasons, then jump into this. But if you've seen the show and you've never seen the movies, definitely pick this up or rent it. It is totally worth it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow from My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. I'll see you guys next time.